What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for a little bit. I just needed a little bit of a break, but now I am back. I am full force and I am super excited for today's video. So today we are talking my most favorite thing when I do my makeup. We are talking eyeshadows. So I'm going to be telling you guys my top 10 best of all time eyeshadow palettes that I love with, I cannot live without. And I think if you are going to be making a purchase very soon, that you should definitely consider some of these products. Before we jump into the video, I want to show you guys something really exciting that one of my best friends made me, and it's super awesome. So actually right now I have my own shirt and it says Beauty by Samantha. I absolutely love it. It is pink, it has stars, it has the moon. It's absolutely adorable. So I'm gonna drop her handle down below. She does also make awesome cups, which I'll insert my cup right now. If you guys do want to order anything from her, definitely send her a DM. Her work is absolutely amazing. So thank you, Valentina. I love you so much. So without further ado, let's get into my top 10 eyeshadow palette. I love eyeshadow. I have a really probably addiction more than obsession to buying eyeshadow palettes, and I have so many. My drawer is out of control. I don't even have a regular drawer for it anymore. I have a clothing drawer that's filled to the brim and a makeup drawer filled with eyeshadow palettes. It's just the one product that I always want to buy something new. I always, like, every time there's a new brand that has an eyeshadow palette, and there always is a new eyeshadow palette, I'm there for it. I'm here for it. You got some good formulations, you got some good colors, girl. I am your number one customer right now. So I have been buying them throughout for many years now, and I kind of basically accumulated my top 10 eyeshadows that, you know, I think that are amazing, that I've used for very many years, and I love them so much. So I'm not really gonna name them in any particular order because I was thinking about that, but it's just too hard because I love them all for so many different reasons. So first one, so I'm just gonna kind of grab them at random. So first one that I am going to be talking about is from Colourpop, and this is Making Mauves palette. Making Mauves. I love this palette. I adore it so much, and it's so cheap. That's the awesome thing about Colourpop. Guys, if you haven't tried Colourpop eyeshadows, like, just try them. They're so cheap, and they always have like a 15-20% off. So this is basically an eyeshadow palette that is all basically kind of like mauve, purpley toned colors. I don't know why, but for my skin tone with my brown eyes and my dark hair, these colors just look the most flattering on me, and I do always love a little pop of color. These three shimmer shades here are absolutely like insane. I will swatch them right now for you guys. I mean, like, it's just so, like, this color right here is just my jam. It is so beautiful. I mean, you probably aren't going to be able to really tell too much, but here are some of the swatches. They're absolutely beautiful. I think this palette is only like $9 or something like that. Yeah, it doesn't have a mirror, but we have a mirror in every single other palette. So I really do think this is an awesome palette, literally for every day. And it's such a beautiful palette if you are getting married or you love like that bridal type, soft, very glamorous type of makeup. This, you can get that look. You can get an everyday look. You can get an evening look. You can just get everything, and it's so cute and small. Like, I had to talk about this one. My next palette I really honestly have not had for a long time, and this one is the Jackie Aina palette from Anastasia of Beverly Hills. You still can get this palette. They don't really sell it in store, but if you go onto the Anastasia website, it is still there, and sometimes it's honestly on sale, which is an absolute steal. This palette, I know Honest ABH had like a bad rap for coming out with palette after palette after palette, and they did, and it was kind of exhausting, but honestly, all them palettes, well, aside from another one that I'm gonna name, the Jackie Aina one, to me, was my absolute favorite. I love the Carly Bible one, but this palette just really speaks to me. The colors are so rich, so pigmented, so blendable. Like, it's just insane. I'm the type of person that I really want my eyeshadows to be pigmented. I mean, why do we need to deal with eyeshadows that aren't pigmented? It's 2021, girl. Like, we have standards. We really do. And this palette is just so freaking pigmented and blendable. And I love the color story on it. For me, I really love purples. I love, like, it has a warm tone to it, but it's very like smoky. I don't know how to describe it. It's just beautiful. And this color sponsored right here, it's almost like a greenish kind of brown, one of those greenish brown colors that have that special flip to it. It's such a cool color. It's a really, really awesome palette. I love it so much. Guys, if you see it on sale, pick it up, because I'm sure eventually this will kind of go away forever, but get it while you can. It's definitely worth it out of everything that they came out. Then we got another, this one's a little bit of not that new of a palette, and it matches my backdrop. This is the Dose of Colors Friendcation palette. It's like Katie and Desi. It was their collaboration. This palette has been around for a long time, but honestly, it is so good. If you do watch a lot of like makeup on YouTube and YouTubers, they all love this palette, and it is for good reason. This is a really awesome like evening palette. Yeah, you can use it for every day, but the colors are very rich. Like even like the lighter colors, they're super pigmented and they come out really like just like it's like pow on your eye. So if you do want a little more lighter, softer look, you're really gonna have to go in with a light hand. It's just a beautiful palette. It does have similar colors to the Jackie Aina, but they're pretty different in nature. And then these shimmers are just like to die for. It's a really beautiful palette. I think it's great for like a night out or something like that. That's literally what it reminds me of, because some of these colors are just so deep and fun. It reminds me kind of like New Year's Eve, or I'm going out, or you know, like I'm wishing that I can go out, or you want to take some cool pictures. This is the palette for you. It's a really good palette. The Dose of Colors like formulation is just amazing. Like I love matte shadows that are just like creamy and blendable. Like I don't want chalky anymore. I just want creamy, blendable, and super rich. So this is a really good one. And now I got another Colourpop. So this is the Colourpop Blue Moon eyeshadow palette. If you guys were like following me since last Halloween, I used this for my mermaid look. This is such a cool palette. Like granted, I don't wear blue eyeshadow all the time, but when I do wear it, I go to this palette. Man, like it's cheap, but the colors are so good, and it's really pigmented, and it just surprises you. Whenever Colourpop has those sales, get the vault. Get the vault of like, I think it's like the 9 pan color eyeshadows. That's what I did, and I received this in it, and it was just, honestly, it's such a good deal for the money. And I just feel like these palettes, they're easy to throw on if you have a color in specific. Like, I don't know, makeup is just like, it's supposed to be fun and playful, so that's why I love having like these varieties whenever I do my makeup. It's amazing. I don't know, I have a thing for Colourpop. I go through these phases with them where I'll just like order a whole bunch of eyeshadow palettes, then I won't buy for a little while, and then I just order it like in bulk. Whenever they have a new release, I usually just like wait. I don't know why, that's just me. I end up just waiting, and then I end up just buying in bulk when everything is like 15-20% off. So we're trying to get these deals, man. We're trying to get these deals. This is a really good one if you want to make blue eyeshadow looks. The next palette is definitely an oldie. I believe you can still purchase it on the Sugar Pill website, and this is the Sugar Pill. This is the Burning Heart eyeshadow palette. This palette has been with me for a really long time. It's still good, by the way. Don't judge me, okay? Like, if it ain't broke, I'm still gonna use it, okay? But this is an awesome palette. The colors are so dang pigmented. I know you're looking at this and you're just like, I am not gonna wear that. That's like some clown makeup. Hear me out. I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could, but this is not clown makeup, honey. This is just beautiful, powerful, pigmented, like bam, in your face. You want some bright colors that are matte. Which sometimes honestly can be really hard to find, especially like a yellow like that. Usually a lot of brands make it like super chalky and it just doesn't really look that good. But this one is so freaking good. It's so pigmented, and this purple Poison Plum is absolutely gorgeous. I know purples are really hard for companies to make, especially like a matte like pigmented purple, but like I don't know, Sugar Pill, they do it right. And I know this brand isn't really talked about as much as it used to be, but honestly it's definitely worth it if you do like colorful makeup, or you want to make a colorful look and you just need those like matte pigmented colors that are not chalky. This is the way to go. Now on to Huda Beauty. I love this palette. I don't know. Okay. So me and Huda, like, I feel like I don't, it's not like, it's like it's like a little bit of a bumpy relationship I have with this brand. Some days, like, you know, we're gonna get married, we've been together, we're doing great, and other days we haven't like talked in months, and I don't know how it's gonna go. But this palette is my ride or die. Like, it is so freaking good. So this is the rose gold palette, but the remastered one, not the original. I mean, I don't know, I heard there was problems with that. I never tried it, but this one I love so much. I mean, first of all, the packaging is just beautiful. I know Huda is on every single eyeshadow palette, but I don't care. She is very pretty, and I just love like the aesthetics of the brand. Honestly, you gotta give it to her there. The aesthetics are very, very nice. So but besides that, what's in the palette is absolutely gorgeous. So what really draws me to this palette, because when you look at it, you're like, oh, okay, it's like a warm, like rosy type of neutral palette. But honestly, these colors right here are what really honestly sells me on the palette. So the colors 24K, Pink Diamond, Rose Gold, they have a really, really cool formulation to them. So especially this color Pink Diamond, it's just, this is like my world. I love this color so much. So when you put your finger into these eyeshadows, like, they're legit, it almost feels like a cream, but it's a powder eyeshadow, and it gives you like this metallic, like foiled look to the lid that is so freaking gorgeous. Like, I mean, it feels good just to put my finger in it. Like, first things first, it's satisfying, and then it just gives such a beautiful appearance to the eye. That's what I really love about this palette, is just the formulation is very, very unique. And then the rest of the colors don't have that same formulation, but they are still really good. They're very pigmented, very blendable. I love this palette. I've used it so many times, you can't even tell, but I have used it so many times because you really don't need a lot. I love it. I can't say more good things about this palette. Like, I love it. If, you know, if it ever was to go bad, or if I ever was to use it up, I'm buying it again and again and again. This is actually a good palette to buy sometimes on Black Friday. I think actually this past Black Friday, she did have it on sale. Honestly, if you want to buy Huda, Black Friday is probably the best time to buy it. I know it's a while until Black Friday, but if you do want to get like a good deal from Huda, Black Friday, she usually does have pretty good deals. All right, on to the next. Now we got some Lunar Beauty, and this is the Strawberry Dream palette. This is just one of my favorite palettes like ever. I love this palette so much. So this is Manny MUA's brand. I love Manny MUA. If you don't watch him, just watch him. He's so funny. He's so adorable. Like, I wish we could be best friends, but I know he doesn't know who I am. But I just love watching him. I've watched him for years, and this is his beauty brand. And honestly, it's really freaking good. When I did my giveaway, if you guys want to see earlier, I had given away his Eternal Eclipse palette, which I absolutely love as well. But this one made the cut just because I love the color story of this one a little bit more than Eternal Eclipse, but they're both absolutely amazing. So, I mean, first of all, the packaging, I mean, guys, the packaging is just gorgeous. I love Sailor Moon. I love that whole aesthetic. It has a really beautiful aesthetic vibe to it. And then, you know, the moon is actually like kind of like a little bit raised from the packaging. Then on top of that, the packaging smells, it's like the eyeshadows smell like strawberry, which is really cool. And then we have all these beautiful colors. Like, it's just so pigmented. And it's so pigmented, in the most like surprising way, because I'm not gonna lie, I always was a fan of him, but when his palettes first came out, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. Like, I don't really know if it's that pigmented. But when I was working in Sephora and I was just, you know, the shift was kind of slow, I was like swatching the colors, and I was just like really honestly amazed by how beautifully pigmented these colors are. The formula in these eyeshadows are freaking bomb. And honestly, I think that's what makes his brand definitely stand out from other brands. Like, it's just a different formulation, and it's so beautiful, and the color story is gorgeous. I love, honestly, for me, pinks and purples, so that's like my eyeshadow zone. That's my safety net. That's what makes me happy. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I'm gonna vary it up more for you guys, but that's just what I love. So I mean, these pink colors are just absolutely gorgeous. What like is amazing in this palette are the mattes. They're just so freaking pigmented. The shimmers are absolutely gorgeous too, but the mattes are like really the stars of the show. So if you haven't given his brand a try, I definitely would, and I highly recommend this one. I think it was on sale recently, but if not, you know, he does have sales every now and then. Then my next palette, going back to a going back to more of affordable brand, I do have the BH Cosmetics, the Carly Bible palette. This is the deluxe edition. I believe that they do still sell this on the website. If not, I am so sorry, but I'm pretty sure that they do. I'm going to double check, but this is just a really amazing eyeshadow palette. I just wanted to put something kind of neutral in here because I know I have a lot of palettes with a lot of color and not everybody feels totally comfortable with that, and that's totally okay. But this is a wonderful like neutral palette and it's so cheap. It's so inexpensive. Honestly, this is like a really good bridal palette or just a really beautiful, soft, everyday palette. BH Cosmetics, man, if you haven't tried them, try them. The eyeshadows are so freaking good. I wanted to add the Weekend Festival palette, but that one I know you can't get anymore, which is really sad, so I'll probably never get rid of that palette. It's again from BH Cosmetics, but it's just so good. But what I love about this one is just so many soft different shades. You can go from day to night. It just gives me that really ethereal, beautiful bridal look, and then these highlighters are super gorgeous. And I think this palette honestly is like probably, you can get it on sale. They always have amazing sales on BH Cosmetics. So if you want to try the brand, just wait for it to go on sale and like get like a whole bunch of eyeshadow palettes. They're so good. The quality is really beautiful, and I didn't expect that because I thought they were gonna kind of honestly be kind of crappy. But once I started trying, I think like around the Weekend Festival, and then I kept buying their eyeshadow palettes, the quality is like amazing for how cheap it is. I mean, it's a freaking steal. Then we got another, this is another Anastasia palette, but this is actually from Norvina. This is the first ABH. So I literally, like, this past Christmas time, I literally binge bought all ABH, all the Norvina palettes. I was like, oh, I have a channel now. I wanna buy more makeup. I just use that as an excuse. I mean, for real. But they were on sale, man. When they're on sale, I can't resist. This is such a beautiful palette. Such a beautiful palette. I mean, like I said, I love purples. I love pinks. So this is a palette that kind of really spoke to me because of these awesome purple and pink colors. I mean, the colors are insanely pigmented. I feel like the formula is a little bit different from the regular Anastasia palettes. It's a little bit different. This one, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit harder to blend, but it's not that super noticeable. But if you do pay attention to details, you'll notice it is a little bit different, but it's still really good. And what I like about it, it's just that it's just so pigmented. And these palettes from Norvina, like, you can just get any color that you need and you can have so much fun with it. So that's really why I honestly love it so much. And I feel like every time I do it, I get such a bold and vibrant look that I'm just like, hell yeah, this is a good palette. So definitely check one of these out. I'm loving this one, and I'm also loving the number 4. It's beautiful. They're all gorgeous. I just, you know, I only have so many eyes to wear so many dang eyeshadow palettes. And my last one, which is definitely last but totally not least, this is the Tati Beauty palette. I know Tati has been MIA. I'm like, what the hell happened? Like, I kind of followed a little bit of the drama between her and like Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, but honestly, like, I got like a little kind of bored of it. And I just never really figured out like what actually happened. And it's just so many videos to go back on that I'm just like, you know what, there's just more important things in life. But I love Tati and I do miss her content. Like, I love watching her. I just think, you know, I don't know. For me, from her videos, I just feel like she's a really cool person. Again, I don't know with the drama, but personally, as a fan of hers, I just love her channel. And I honestly wish she would come back. Like, I really enjoy her content. And her makeup is amazing. This palette is so good. Like, I just can't. Like, if you're gonna buy one palette from this video, buy this palette. Just buy it. I mean, I don't even know if you can, because I don't know if since she went MIA. I guess I'm guessing she's still selling it. So it's basically a neutral palette, but there is, like, for every tone of color, there's a different type of texture, which is really cool. So we have this first row, which is all glitters, which is really what drew me to the palette. Like, this are the only pressed glitters that I can put on my eyes that A, don't irritate them, and B, like, they're eye safe. Hello, you know how many palettes, I mean, I'm sorry, Colourpop, but they have so many palettes that have these glitters, but it's not eye safe. So I'm like, why the hell am I gonna put that on my eyes? Like, for real. But these are really good. They're so dang pigmented. Like, there's some glitter eyeshadows, you put them on and they stay on your finger. These stay on your eyes. Every other color, it's just such a beautiful, unique formulation. It's so pigmented. You could make a million different looks. Like, I could wear this eyeshadow palette literally every single day and it would serve me in anything that I need because it has every color. And I just feel like there's such beautiful colors. So honestly, this is a steal. And the mirror, look at that mirror. It's intense. It's really, really nice. So this is just like, literally, like I said, if you're gonna get one, get this palette. Everyone needs this palette. Everyone needs a really, really rockin' neutral palette. So yeah, guys, those are my top 10 palettes. I hope that you enjoyed. I'm gonna leave links down below for everything that I mentioned. They're not affiliate links or anything like that, just so you know, if you wanted to get the palette, you know where to get it basically. So definitely, and drop me a comment down below. What is your favorite eyeshadow palette? Like, I always want new recommendations because I'm always looking for new eyeshadow. I don't know, it's just my thing. I can't help it. It's an obsession. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. And if you are new to my channel, definitely hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any new content coming from me in the future. So with that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.